Hello, V lovers, welcome back to another captivating story about the man who effortlessly transforms every glance, every step, and every outfit into a global phenomenon. Yes, we're talking about Taehyung, the artist whose name has become synonymous with elegance, innovation, and unshakable charisma. So, sit back, relax, and let's dive into the story of how Kim Taehyung, the one and only V, didn't just wear fashion, he redefined it. And by the end of this article, don't forget to like, share, and spread the V magic across your social feeds, because the world deserves to see what true artistry looks like. From stage to style icon, the making of a global trendsetter. There are stars who follow fashion, and then there's Taehyung, a man who creates it. When Vogue Korea first revealed his feature, the entire internet seemed to freeze for a second. The visuals weren't just beautiful, they were visionary. The palette of royal purples, soft grays, and timeless accessories created an aura that felt both vintage and futuristic, something only Taehyung could balance. Taehyung's collaboration with Vogue wasn't merely another photo shoot. It was a statement. Every frame told a story of transformation, a story about a man who understands the language of fashion not as a costume, but as an expression of identity. Within hours of the photos being published, hashtags like #VogueV, #TaehyungVogueTrend, and #VStyleRevolution flooded global trends. Fans across continents, from Seoul to Sao Paulo, began recreating his looks, wearing tailored coats, fedoras, and structured silhouettes reminiscent of the star's purple ensemble. The message was clear: Taehyung didn't just appear in Vogue, he took over it. The power of purple, symbolism behind the look. When Taehyung stepped out in that luxurious purple coat and wide-brimmed hat, it wasn't just an outfit, it was a declaration. Purple, long known as the color of royalty, mystery, and creativity, has always been closely tied to his identity. I purple you. Those three simple words coined by Taehyung years ago became an enduring symbol of love and trust between him and ARMY. Now, seeing him wrapped in regal purple once again felt like destiny coming full circle. Fashion experts worldwide noted how his outfit embodied the evolution of his artistic persona: confident, experimental, and deeply meaningful. The silhouette, sharp yet fluid, was the perfect metaphor for how Taehyung navigates fame: poised, but never rigid. Taehyung doesn't just wear clothes, one Vogue stylist commented. He tells a story through them. And indeed, this particular story was one of quiet confidence. His tailored purple coat flowed like poetry against the sunlight, while the subtle silver tie grounded the look with sophistication. The traditional Korean accessory around his waist hinted at cultural pride, a beautiful blend of modern and classic aesthetics. The Vogue effect. When fashion becomes culture every once in a while, the fashion world experiences a shift, a moment when a single look reshapes what people find beautiful. For 2025, that shift came the moment Taehyung's Vogue feature went live. Fashion houses began referencing his style in runway collections. The V silhouette, long coats cinched at the waist, wide-brimmed hats, minimalist accessories, became the blueprint for new campaigns. Editorials across Japan, France, and Italy mentioned how Taehyung's artistic choices were influencing a new generation of designers who valued emotional storytelling in fashion. Social media exploded. Pinterest boards titled "Taehyung Vogue Mood" emerged overnight. Stylists, influencers, and even Hollywood stars drew inspiration from his look. One international designer described the moment perfectly. It wasn't about copying his outfit, it was about embracing the energy he brought. Calm, confident, and timeless. This is the Taehyung effect, the invisible current that moves through culture every time he breathes art into existence. Behind the lens, the vision and the craft. To understand the full impact of the Vogue project, you have to look behind the lens. The creative team behind Taehyung's feature wasn't just building visuals, they were crafting a universe. According to Vogue Korea's editorial notes, the photo shoot concept was titled "The Timeless Gentleman." The idea was to portray Taehyung not as an idol, but as a modern Renaissance artist, someone who could exist in any era. The setting was minimal, relying on natural light, neutral backgrounds, and lush greenery to highlight the vibrancy of his outfit. Every frame was carefully composed to emphasize Taehyung's expressions, subtle, introspective, and magnetic. Even without movement, each shot felt alive. That's the magic of Taehyung, he doesn't need grand gestures to command attention. A single glance, a slight turn of the hand, or the way he adjusts his hat tells a complete emotional story. Photographers on set reportedly described the experience as hypnotic. He's incredibly intuitive, one of them shared. He doesn't perform for the camera, he connects with it. Fashion as an extension of identity for Taehyung. Fashion isn't a mask. It's a mirror. Throughout his career, he has constantly blurred the lines between music, art, and personal expression. Whether performing on stage, attending luxury events, or strolling through Paris, his choices in attire always reflect his evolving mindset. When asked in a past interview about his approach to fashion, Taehyung once said, "I don't dress to impress. I dress to express what I feel inside that day." And that authenticity is what the world falls in love with, not just the clothes, but the truth behind them. In the Vogue shoot, that truth radiated through every frame. There was a serene confidence in his posture, a kind of artistic maturity that spoke louder than words. It wasn't about showing off, it was about showing depth. Global reactions. The internet can't get enough. When the Vogue spread dropped, social media turned into a virtual museum dedicated to Taehyung's artistry. On X, formerly Twitter, fan accounts translated the editorial captions into multiple languages within minutes. On TikTok, creators recreated his poses in slow-motion transitions, pairing them with orchestral remixes of "Slow Dancing" and "Love Me Again." On Instagram, luxury fashion influencers broke down his outfit piece by piece, praising its balance of Western tailoring and Korean heritage. Even major magazines like GQ, Harper's Bazaar, and Elle joined the conversation, highlighting how Taehyung's Vogue feature blurred the boundaries between idol culture and haute couture. One editor from Harper's Bazaar summed it up perfectly. Taehyung's Vogue shoot wasn't about fashion trends. It became the trend. A global love letter. Fans recreate the Vogue look. What makes Taehyung's impact even more profound is how fans translate admiration into action. Across the world, V-lovers began sharing photo shoots inspired by the Vogue theme. Purple coats, vintage hats, and nature-filled backdrops flooded social media. In Japan, an entire art exhibition featured paintings of Taehyung's purple look. In France, a student fashion project titled "V is for Vision" recreated his Vogue silhouette using sustainable materials. In Brazil, fan communities organized photo challenges to celebrate the Vogue V era, emphasizing creativity over perfection. Every post carried a shared message. Taehyung taught us to be confident in our own color. And perhaps that's the greatest legacy of his Vogue moment, not just changing what people wear, but how they see themselves in what they wear. Luxury meets emotion. The Taehyung aesthetic. For years, luxury fashion has been associated with exclusivity, but Taehyung brought warmth into it. He made high fashion feel intimate. Luxury brands took notice. After the Vogue release, global searches for purple outerwear surged by 300%. Korean tailors and independent designers reported increased demand for V-inspired collections. Some even referred to him as the modern muse. His ability to merge art with emotion redefines how we view luxury. It's not just about the label, it's about the story it tells. And Taehyung's story, of sincerity, elegance, and quiet strength, resonates across borders. He doesn't wear luxury to flaunt it. He wears it to feel something. And that's what makes it powerful. If this story inspired you, don't forget to hit that like button, share it with your fellow V-lovers, and let's keep spreading the message of beauty, art, and purple passion across the world, because as we've all witnessed, it didn't take long. Taehyung turned Vogue fashion into a global trend.